What is up? It is Andy here to deliver you some Tuesday NHL Sniffs, which is what you've all been asking for. So many of you have been letting me know, I just want daily NHL Sniffs, Andy. I don't need football. I don't care about football. I just want you to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 videos on Saturday, 4 videos on Sunday. Don't want you to have a day off. Don't want you to have a family. Don't want you to have anything. I just want those NHL videos. And to you, my friend, I'll say relax. In due time, there will be a time that comes where there's nothing but NHL content, but there's such a short period of time where we get to enjoy some NFL. We got September, where there aren't even any NHL games to break down. And then a few short months, Super Bowl's here, and then you got February, March, April, May. End of June, I had to deliver Game 7 Stanley Cup Sniffs from a balcony in the Amalfi Coast. That's how deep and late that the NHL went into the summer this past year. So there will be a day where there's nothing but NHL to talk about. In fact, today is one of those days on this Tuesday slate, which is nice because we know in previous years, it's been, oh yeah, we have one game on a Monday and it's going to be on NHL Network, and then you guys are going to watch that using God knows what website. And then Tuesday, they'll throw 17 games on. 13 start at 7, none are at 7:30, so you can't even watch all of them because they didn't stagger the start times. It's been a little better this time around. We had like 5 to choose from last night, 6 or 7 to choose from on this Tuesday night. A little bit better. This is how I prefer it. Show me 5 or 6. Don't show me too many courses. Don't show me that Vegas buffet style of games to choose from, because then you start to get overwhelmed.
I'll have some of the yellow. And don't get cheap on me.
This is a slate. I can choose a couple games and a couple things that I like within those games. I keep telling you that as the year goes on, I'm going to get better and the Edmonton Oilers are going to get better. We saw a little glimpse of those Oilers the other night. It was a good night for them because some of their main stars were able to get back on track. C.Mcdavid returned from a brief injury 2 games ago. Then last game, he was reunited on that top line with Hyman and Nugent-Hopkins, 2 wingers that he's played with a bunch over the last couple of years. And they had multi-point performances against Vancouver. It was a great game for them. Now they're going home, and they're facing the New York Islanders, who I've been letting you guys know they're missing 3 of their starting 6 defensemen. So 3 AHLers are in there. So what happens when that's the case? You have a 2-goal lead in the third period against the New Jersey Devils, and you can't hold it. You blow it, lose 4-3 in the third. So with all these AHL defensemen, they've been doing a great job scraping up points and playing pretty well. But eventually, that dam is going to break. And a place that it could potentially break is in Edmonton against the Oilers, who just had somewhat of an offensive outburst. So I see plenty of opportunities in this game. Do I want to take the Edmonton Oilers to win? Sure. The Islanders are like 1-10 in their last 11 games up in Edmonton. But as you see with the price, nobody wants to go minus 200. So I'm going to look at some of those players on the top line, building off that last game and finding themselves on the score sheet once again. Who is the bacon of this bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich? That's C.Mcdavid. His over 1.5 points. I'm 100% on board with that. If you don't like meat on your breakfast sandwiches, there's a lot of people who do that. I mean, I don't know who these people are, but there are some people. They just go egg and cheese, no bacon. So if you want to remove the bacon, that's fine. But that cheese, that Ryan Nugent-Hopkins cheese, the assist, playing on that top line with a scorer in Hyman and an everything guy in McDavid. And we know, obviously, scoring on that power play is also potentially something that could happen. The Islanders have a bottom 5 penalty kill, so you would imagine the Oilers should find all sorts of success in this game against them. So I want the Nugent-Hopkins assist, the C.Mcdavid over 1.5 points, and then the line combo bet, Hyman, Nugent-Hopkins, a lot of good bets to like in that game. The other night, the Isles blew a 2-goal lead in the third to the New Jersey Devils, who promptly went on to get shut out by the San Jose Sharks the next night. Gotta love how the NHL works. Now they're going down to Florida to play the Panthers. Now this game clearly means more to the Devils than it does the Panthers. If this game had like a lot of implications on the line, I would be so gung-ho to take the Panthers. You just never know when any potential, like, yeah, we're not feeling it tonight, is on the menu. But I gotta say, so far with these Panthers, they've had every opportunity to mail in some meaningless games. they're giving you consistent efforts. When they lost Barkov, when they lost Tkachuk, they could have easily just lost those games. They had a winning record without those players. They would beat the Rangers, they beat the Bruins, they beat so many tough opponents. And these Devils, they're a team that kind of want to reprove themselves as one of the best teams in the East. This one does mean a lot for them, but traditionally these last couple of years, the worst kind of matchup for the Devils is a team who's good defensively and a team who is structured. Teams like Carolina, they massacre the Devils because the Devils are a highly skilled team. So teams who are very disciplined and good on back checking and play a tight checking game, they give them all sorts of problems. And as long as we get a standard workmanlike effort from Florida, and as long as they don't mail this one in, this is a game that I like them in. They're a pretty big favorite, but I'm okay taking the Florida Panthers in 60 minutes against these New Jersey Devils. And then within that game, I think a line combo that's still providing pretty good value. Playing against the Devils on their own home ice, Matthew Tkachuk, Carter Verhaeghe, both of them for a point. I think that's a fantastic value for those two guys. And then one, I'm gonna leave this sweaty one for last. And this is the Rangers playing the Winnipeg Jets. You know, you could look at the Jets, say they're the best team in the league. If they're the best team in the league, they're going on the road with one loss, and they are underdogs against the New York Rangers. What I see in this game are two of the best goalies in the NHL, the two front runners, beyond early front runners for the Vezina Trophy. You have a team in Winnipeg who you know can play well defensively. You have a team in the Rangers who are coming off a shutout. You know I want to try to find ways to get that under 6.5. But really what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one of my ballsy plus money under half of a point plays. I told you about some of these. Last week I gave you the Nugent-Hopkins. A lot of it is trickle-down snakeonomics based. And on the Rangers side, they're doing this weird thing. They've went away from the lines that work. I don't know if it's in an effort to wake up Mika Zibanejad, but they, in my opinion, have unnecessarily rejiggered their lines. And they have Zibanejad playing with Lafreniere and Panarin. And then there's this line that's just kind of not working at even strength with Kreider, Trochek, and Riley Smith. So I want to take the under half of a point on Vincent Trochek. That price was built by the Artemi Panarin line. The price that you're looking at, that was built being on a line 5-on-5 with Artemi Panarin, who literally will get points out of anybody you put on his line, and also being on that top power play with him. So, yes, he's still on the top power play, but the reason I choose him and not Kreider is because he's in that bumper position, at least on the power play. He's the least likely to get a point on the power play. So if I can take that under half of a point against the reigning Vezina winner and a good defensive team for a guy who's not playing at 5-on-5 with Panarin, I call that a pretty solid calculated sniff with good rhyme and reason. So I'm going to go with that under half of a point for Vincent Trochek against the Winnipeg Jets. And then I'll also throw a shekel or two on the under 6.5 with the under half of a point for Vincent Trochek. That's coming in at plus 240. I also kind of want to take a chance on the Winnipeg Jets side. At first, I was going to try to get a little ballsy and go under half of a point for Gabe Vilardi, but I just don't want to mess with that line. So I'm going to do one of my reverse formulas. You guys know how we try to take top line, top power play, put those guys together. That's what the whole spreadsheet and line combinations are about. Well, like Stranger Things style, upside down, what's it called again? Yeah, in the upside down, they don't take line combinations. Vecna and the rest of those people, they take unders on double line combination. What they do, Vecna and the underlords in Stranger Things, they take under half of a point on second line mates who are on the second power play. So rather than taking any of the guys on the top line or the top power play, we're looking for two line mates who are not on the top power play. And that's Vlad Namestikov and Cole Perfetti. Under on both of those guys for the same type of reasons. This game could be a very tight checking game. I do have a weird feeling there's going to be some offense one way or another. I remember when they played last year, I thought it would go under, and there may have been 5 or 6 goals in that game. But still, I'm going to trust that these are two of the best goalies in the NHL, And if it's close halfway through, you're pretty much golden with any sort of under. So I will take the under 0.5 point for Cole Perfetti with the under 0.5 point for Vlad Namestikov. They're second line mates, and they play on the second power play. That's plus 110. I will take that one in the game against the Rangers. And I do tend to think the Rangers are going to find a way to win this one. They don't have any signature victories. All their wins are against these bad teams, and then they lose against Florida. They lost against Washington. I think they need that signature win. I would imagine they're pretty motivated for this game, and I think it's Winnipeg's first game on this road trip. So we will see how that one goes. Wouldn't be surprised. I know last time in MSG, that Connor line killed it against Shesterkin and the Rangers, but early season Shesterkin last year was not playing like early season Shesterkin this year. So I guess we will see. Bunch of unders in that game. Those are the ones that are going to make you sweat. So we got unders early, we got overs late, and we got another round of NHL Sniffs tomorrow. That's all I got for you today. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel here. Very much appreciated. You got to click the like. You got to click the comment and type and then click the notifications as well, just so you know when the next video is coming out. As you see, all different times throughout the day. And if you really want to show your appreciation, you can become a minority owner of this show. I always want to clarify, it's not a money-making service. But if you want to support this show, part of the reason there were no videos over the weekend, I have to work a job, and sometimes I can't make as many videos as I would like. Maybe one day this channel keeps continuing to grow, everything gets big enough, I don't have to be scared come summer when everybody kind of runs away. But that day hasn't arrived yet. But if you guys go over to that Patreon, join, support my stuff over there, be very much appreciated. Hopefully I will see you over there. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for another round of NHL Sniffs. Take it easy. I'll talk to you later.